What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to rig up a soft plastic lure for bass. Pretty basic stuff, but I find that oftentimes a lot of people, especially beginners, sometimes mess up the way that they do it. So this is just a clarification. I have a couple buddies, maybe if you guys watch this video, this should help you out. So the first bait that I'm going to be rigging up is a creature bait. This is a KVD beaver bait. This is the bait that I'm going to use to represent both creature baits and craws. First thing that you're going to want to do if you're fishing this is, if you're using a weight, use a bullet weight like this. It's got a hole down the center and you slide your line through the hole so that when you put your bait on the hook, the weight is going to sit on top of the bait just like that. And then the hook is pretty basic. You're going to take the hook like this, you're going to stick it through the top like that, and then I would say for baits that have ribs, you want to do maybe 2 or 3 ribs down the bottom, so there you go, and have it come out like that. Slide it all the way up to the shank, and then rotate it around to the eye, so that it looks like that. And then you're going to want to find where the bend in the hook lines up with the bait, and that's where you're going to want to insert the hook. So you're going to insert the hook like that and then push it out and through, and there you go. You got a weedless Texas rig, which is what this rig is called. You got a weedless craw / creature bait. Don't forget the weight that will go on top just like that. So you got that. Next bait is a grub, curly tail grubs. Really there's only one true way to rig this thing, and that is on a jig head. So you're going to take your jig head, slide it on like that, and then push the plastic all the way up to the top like that. Pull the hook out, slide it up, pass to the bait keeper if your hook has a bait keeper, and there you go. There's your curly tail grub. Next up is a Senko. If you remember the Texas rig, you can Texas rig Senkos. So same thing. Put the hook in the top, come out. Sorry guys. Put the hook in the top, come out 3 or 4 ribs, slide it up to the top, and then put it through just like that. And there's the Texas rig Senko. Or my favorite way is a wacky rig. You take a round hook like this. Preferably it would be about the size of the worm that it is round. You don't want to get one that's too small, though you can't fish small hooks. And basically all you're going to do is you're going to slide it in through the top just like that. And there you go, there's a wacky rig Senko. And then the last bait is a swim bait. So you can fish swim baits. Texas rig, same thing. Top, out, slide up to the eye. Whoops. And then put it through, right? Texas rig swim bait. Or same thing, just go ahead and rig it up on a jig head. Like that. So there you go, guys. There's the rigging method for soft plastics for bass. If you learned anything, leave a comment, say that you learned something. Remember the Texas rig that I showed you, there's also another rig called a Carolina rig, which is basically, instead of having your weight at the top of your soft plastic where the eye is going to be tied to the line, the weight is maybe a foot up the line and attached by a swivel. It's called a Carolina rig. You can search any of these rigs up and it'll tell you how to do them as well. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys later. Later, guys.